I searched for videos on how to go to a NASCAR race, and I didn't find any, so I thought I'd make one. I'm going to cover in this little vlog everything from charter trips to driving in, to food, to tickets, to scams, souvenirs. In that order, because that's where I've got my notes. I am using notes, so I'll be glancing down at them. Two things to know about charter trips. The most important thing for a charter trip, which is a good way to go to races, know the rainout policy. Is there a provision possibly with paying? I know one we went on, it was either $50 or $60 if it rained out to stay an extra day. Now, fortunately, we never had that problem on that particular trip. On another one, we got to see 49 laps in Atlanta and had to go home. And literally, we thought about driving back down there, but didn't have time. The other thing, and I've been burned on this one too, are they going to get there in time for the race? And the same charter trip, and I told the man, and it was his first trip. I said, this was Atlanta. And I'd been on another charter to Atlanta. I said, you're not leaving this hotel early enough to get to the track. We got there on the 14th lap. Well, the next time he changed it. And he learned from his mistake. Good guy. Unfortunately, due to his wife's illness, he stopped running charters. And he did put, when he sent out the itineraries, there was nothing um, for the racing. Also, they're going to be there early enough doing souvenir hunting. Now, if you're driving to the track, leave early for an afternoon race. Plan on getting there by 9 a.m. 8 a.m. would be better. Leaving the track, stay late if you can. Oh, for a night race, plan on getting there by noon. Yes, I know that's hours before the race, but you'd be better off for a couple reasons, which I'll get to. 11 a.m. would be even better. I'm talking local track, local time. Follow the signs as far as the parking and so forth. Obey the guards. They're just doing their job. I mean, yeah, I know I get aggravated at them too, but they're doing their job. They park you. You're gonna plan on walking a ways, but they park you a long time away. Also, one thing I want to want to bring up, and this fortunately hasn't happened to me because I don't need handicapped or anything. But if you have a handicapped person with you with the sticker, it would be a good idea to take their documentation. They will know what it is. I do know of a case, this was at Kentucky, a man who I used to work with was taking his dad to a race. Now his dad and mother had went everywhere together, and his mother had the handicap sticker. Well, his mother passed away, so he did not have documentation in his name, and they could not park in handicap. The track parking officials, security, was simply doing their job. Food. Oh boy. If you're willing to spend the money, you can get fair food at racetracks, just like any sports venue, but it is expensive. You would be best off to take your own food, either cold cuts or if space in a cooler or space is a limitation, or a small gas-fired grill with some burgers, hot dogs, brats, whatever in a cooler. You also should take your own soft drinks. Most tracks on the NASCAR circuit allow coolers. Know the size regulation. Again, that should be on the tickets mailed to you along with traffic plans, just to touch back on that. But a lot of tracks do not, no tracks allow glass. A lot of them do not allow alcoholic beverages inside. And of course, just a side note, if you drink, don't drive. Tickets. Beware of roadside ticket sales. Only buy your tickets from official sources. Every NASCAR race you go to, you will see tickets set up along the roadside. Kentucky, it's almost as soon as you get off the interstate. The track is relatively close. Well, in fact, it's the closest one I've seen to an interstate. Atlanta, once you get some ways down the road, down 1941, you'll start seeing them. Also, getting back to food, in Atlanta anyway, and I imagine when you got a long U.S. highway or state highway running to the track, the KFCs are notorious in Atlanta for being out almost roadside. You can pull in and get a bucket of chicken real fast. If you want to take something like that, it'd be cheaper than track food. Beware of scams. And this I plan on talking to Kentucky Speedway about. We have a campsite we reserve year after year in one of the better camping areas, to be honest with you. But we, some guys came through there and gave us something about partying and was trying to give us a hat and saying the fine was $10 for not partying enough. Well, they wanted $10 for the hat. That to me is almost a strong arm tactic, and I fully plan on talking to Kentucky Speedway about it. Souvenirs. The best time to go to the souvenir trucks. The absolute best time if you're going to be there the whole weekend. Say it's a Sunday race and you're going to be there on Saturday, or Friday night race you're going to be there on, or Saturday night race you're going to be there on Friday. Go to the souvenir trucks a day before the race. There will be a lot less people. Trust me. We've been there. And I'm a junior fan, okay? You try to go to the junior truck and tell your friends not to call you an hour before the Sprint Cup race and ask you to go to the junior trailer. This actually happened to me one year in Atlanta. A friend of mine who knows what the junior trailer is like, he'd been there, called me, wanted the junior shirt for his wife. Well, I managed to get it, but it wasn't easy. Also, most tracks, this is a little tip for buying souvenirs, will have an area that's off the beaten path. Atlanta, it's down the hill, across the road, near the third and fourth, behind the third and fourth turn. It's called the pasture. You could get some good deals in that area. I bought a Dale Jr. jacket one year, much less than it was. They had made a slight change to the sleeve, barely noticeable, and I bought it down there for probably $50 or $75 less than it was on the. But since they'd made a change during the year, it was in what they called the pasture. Just for another example, I'll give you is Kentucky. They tell you to use exit 55 off I-71 to get to the track. There is a gas station just off exit 57, which is the back side of the track. You can actually take a tram around. And you got to tell them to stop over there because there's no real scheduled stops there, but they'll stop for you. At least they did for us. Now, with a campsite and a guaranteed place to park, we just drive around. It's no big deal. And we always go on Friday daytime when we're up at the campground, because we go on Thursday. But you can get some deals in there. They've actually got two of them at Kentucky on the backside. At least they did this last race. But that's just been my advice to anybody going to a NASCAR race for the first time. I hope it helps. Any questions, leave in the comments. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I am on a crazy work schedule, just so you know. But that's why it is now 1:42 in the morning. This is one of my days off. That's why I'm making this, because this is a time I would ordinarily be at work if it wasn't Monday night, Tuesday morning. We work 4/10s Tuesday through Friday night, just so you know. But I'll get back to you as soon as I can if you got any questions.